What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my next YouTube video. In this video, we're going to talk about the expected move like we do every single week. I'm going to go over what it means and what the expected move is for NIO this week. Also, I have some very exciting news. If you guys could help me out, I'm starting another YouTube channel. This is going to be a second YouTube channel. And this channel, EV Realm, it's going to be linked in the description below. It's going to be solely just everything related to the EV field. It could be companies, stocks like Tesla, NIO, Xpeng, or it could be battery related stuff, battery tech, solar panel stuff, just anything related to the EV realm. Just started this channel. I appreciate it if you could just hop over here, hit the subscribe button. I'll probably post around 2-3 times a week on this channel, and this channel will be more geared toward information, news, and then obviously technical analysis, but this will be mainly focused on news and just articles that are coming out. Thank you for that. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you that I do have a free Discord server. Link in the description below. If you want to join that, go ahead and hop in there, DM me, or at me if you need any questions dealing with the market. So let's get right into the expected move, and let's look at it for what it is this week. Now, for all of you that do not know, the expected move is a move where market makers like to have that stock stay in between. Now, you can find it for any stock. It just doesn't have to be NIO. Go to your option chain. I use Thinkorswim. This is the platform. TD Ameritrade. So this is how I find it. On other platforms, I might not know how to, but this is how you do it for TD Ameritrade. Now, let's get right into it and let's look at NIO. So you type in NIO, then you go over to whatever week's expiration date you want to find. So this week is going to be the 12th, Friday. You go over, you follow it, and it says plus or minus 4.47. So that's the expected move for this week. And as you can see, you can go down and look at other weeks' expiration dates. So we have all the way, a couple years out, and you can see the expected move. Now, for all of you that are wondering, that these will change depending on the day, the week. They'll change constantly. So if you want to see the true expected move for that next week, you have to do it over the weekend when it's not happening. So let's take this expected move, 4.47, and let's look at it for NIO. So I've mentioned this in many videos before. It doesn't have to be exact when you're drawing this move out. It just has to be around the area. So you go from where we closed at. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. You take your ruler tool and you do 4.47 or whatever close you can find to it. So 4.54, that's close enough. Then you take your tool, you drag it along right here, and then you take your bottom tool and then you just do that again. So 4.471 to the downside, and then you just chart it out. So as you can see, this is what our expected move looks at for the upcoming week. The week ends Friday, as you can see. Go to your calendar, the 12th. So that's the move for this week. Now, as I mentioned before, the move can either stay in between here, it can go above, it can go below. This is just what the parameters market makers like to give this stock to stay in between. Now, I've talked about this in a video before. I said this is the first standard deviation. So there's a 68% chance that the move stays in between this move. Now, to find the second one, you just add on the same move to this line right here. So easy enough, and there's a 95% chance that the move will stay in between this. So as you can see, pretty much there's a 68% chance it stays between $61 and $52. So that's the move for this week. The lower part is $52. The upper part is $61. Obviously, if you're bullish on NIO, you want it to hit that top move. So I talked about this in yesterday's video. I said we got underneath our green box, but we didn't, entirely sell off. So I talked about this, saying that this was bearish, but not entirely, because we didn't get that instant rejection like we did before. And also, it was a Friday. So Fridays are notorious for selling off. We had very, very low volume. Look at the volume. It's been very low for the last couple of days. So this shows me that, yes, we did sell off, but I wouldn't trust the move because there's not enough volume, and that pretty much the stock has been trading underneath the average volume, which could mean one or two things. Either people, they're not interested in NIO right now, or they're just loading up or looking to load up in the future. Either way, though, our whole focus on NIO going into Monday session is getting above first $59, and then we can start talking about heading back up to all-time highs at $64.80. Something I do want to note for you guys, though, is that if we get above this first expected move, then you'll notice that it will go from the first deviation to the second standard deviation a lot faster than it did between this move. So if we do get above that first standard deviation, there's a big chance that it just does a mad dash towards this second one, because hedge funds, they have to manage their positions. They start to allocate different money because it's out of the expected move. So they have to move their money either to buy back in, and that moves it up, or to sell their position and it will move it back down. So you'll have to watch out for that. If we do get above this move for next week, $61, if we get above that, there's a good possibility that we can get to this range right here. What is that, at $66? And that would put us above all-time highs. So there's a big possibility this week that we could hit all-time highs. We'll just have to stay on the lookout for it. Definitely Monday, though, wanting us to get above $56, or what is that, $57, and holding above it. But if we fail to do that, then we'll most likely come back down to the top of this zone here at $53, and that just may be another dip buy. Either way, I hope you did enjoy this video. So if you're interested in any stock, you can search up any stock in this search bar right here, and you can find the expected move, and it's just something you can look at. You can do it for Apple, Amazon, whatever ticker it may be. Go ahead and try that out after this video. Play around with it. It's some interesting stuff to look at. It lets you bring another type of analysis into your chart. Either way, thank you for being here. Appreciate your time. And once again, if you did like this video, go ahead and hit a thumbs up and also consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video.